I'm Garrett with idcwoodcraft, a company that provides you with your CNC router bits. In this video, we're going to talk about something pretty important when it comes to CNC routers, and that is fire. idcwoodcraft.com. Yes, you could be setting yourself up to actually cause a fire on your CNC router and burn down your shop and not even know it. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the common reasons that actually cause fires on CNC routers, and I'm going to attempt to cause a fire on my long mill here just to demonstrate this. Now, there's generally 2 to 3 reasons why fires start on CNC routers. The first reason is people drill with down bits, which I'll get into in a little bit because that's how I'm going to try to start a fire on my CNC router. The second reason is cutting with dull bits that have worn out and they have bad cutting edges, and all they're doing is generating a bunch of heat and rubbing the wood away. I've seen spindles running backwards. That causes a lot of friction and heat and fires. And finally, leaving your CNC router unattended. Now look at this video here. This is someone running their CNC router and they left the machine unattended. They left their camera there to watch this whole thing play out. This person was pretty lucky because the fire was simply contained on the router, but it obviously caused a lot of damage and really put a lot of risk to their shop. So this is the kind of stuff that can actually happen to you. Look at some of these other images here. These are all caused by primarily drilling or dull router bits. So this video, we're going to talk about this. The number one rule when it comes to preventing fires is never try to drill with a down cutting router bit. Down cutters will force that material down to the bottom of the hole. It's kind of like the Boy Scouts when they're taking a stick and they're spinning it back and forth, generating heat to start a fire, except you're going at 12 to 17,000 RPMs. On top of that, you are using a down cutting bit just like this, and it's rotating like that. And you can see the spiral as it turns is pushing whatever material it's drilling into down to the bottom of the hole. So all it's doing is spinning and compacting in the bottom, generating a tremendous amount of heat in very, very little time. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here with my long mill, is drill with a down cutting bit just to demonstrate that we can get a fire that way. Now, number 2 is a dull bit. Naturally, a dull knife does not cut very well. It's really hard. It's the same principle with your CNC router. It's trying to get through that wood with a dull edge. All it's going to do is create a lot of friction, and you're going to start generating a lot of heat, not only in the project and start burning the project, but you're also going to push that heat up into the router, because the router bit's going to get really, really hot, and a hot router bit will ruin that router bit. But that heat gets up into your spindle and can ruin your spindle. Now the third thing, which is very important, like in this little video right here that I showed you before where the machine was left unattended, you never know what can happen with an unattended machine. So the general principle is if your machine is running, you need to be around. And then if you need to walk away, pause your machine. So here's how this kind of works. I want you to kind of get the idea. Most CNC routers have an MDF spoil board. So this is like sawdust that has been glued together, and it's very porous and a lot of air can get through it. They use MDF as the basis for vacuum tables on machines because air can suck through it. So here's how I'm going to set this up. I've got this piece of MDF right here, and I'm going to just give it a little tiny air gap. Now this is kind of pushing the whole thing. I'm using little thin shim here. It's kind of what's the word, exaggerating the potential of a fire by doing this, but I just want to create the principle of air underneath so that we can create a fire. And what we're going to do is drill all the way through with my 1/4 inch down cutter, and I'm going to do multiple holes, and I want fire. I want this puppy to burn up. So let's go ahead and get this put together. I'm simply going to put these shims under here. We're going to clamp underneath the shims so that everything's in place. Now I've got the CNC router set up here, and we are just doing pine with a 1/4 inch down cutter, and we are running a drill cycle. I'm going to do multiple holes. Now I want you to understand, drilling cycles on the CNC router will drill at the plunge rate, so that's a slower feed rate. So I'm just going with the standard plunge rate of 40 inches per minute, and then we're going to, after we do these 2 holes, then we're going to go to the next set of holes at 50 inches per minute, and then we're going to go into a pecking cycle and the next 2 set of holes at a 0.1 inch peck depth. Now, what a peck cycle is the tool will come down, it'll go in a little bit, and then pull out and then go back down. It'll pull out, go back down, and each time it's going in, it's cutting a little bit more. So it's pecking its way down into the hole. Once this is done, then we're going to go on to a much harder wood. I got a piece of walnut here, and we're going to do the same thing, unless I get a fire with the softwood. So we're going to fire this up on my long mill, and we're going to use the spindle here. So let's just rock this out and see if I can make fire. Now you're going to see smoke is going to start coming out of these holes as this router bit is going down in. And I can already smell fire or heat. We're not seeing a whole lot of smoke, but it's very obvious. You smell that too. My camera guy is nodding his head, yeah. So we're going to let this cycle run out at 40 inches per minute on a plunge. Then we're going to go to 50 inches on a plunge. Then we'll do the pecking, and then we'll see what it looks like underneath. So here's one thing that I'm noticing as this is going through the pecking cycle is it's a lot of force. As soon as it gets that gap, it pops down a little bit. You can hear it. Okay, now we're going to 50 inches per minute. I'm running at 19,000 RPMs. So this cycle is a 0.1 inch peck, and it is offering a little bit of opportunity for the chips to come out. As it gets deeper into the hole, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there is a little smoke coming out of that, and as I touch this material, it's warm. All right, so I didn't see as much smoke as I expected on this, but let's take a look underneath and see what it looks like. And we're also going to do MDF on MDF and see if that causes a fire. I want to create a fire. Okay, so there are no burns going on here. Well, the sawdust is dark. The sawdust is a little dark, but that looks like the MDF here. But let's get these cleaned out. And there is no burn, and there's a couple of them that got burn on them. Ooh, this is hot. Also, if you are generating too much heat, the sap or pitch in the wood will evaporate and recondense on your collet, making it extremely hard to clean. So we didn't get fire off of the pine. Now we're going to do the MDF. Now I did not put shims under the MDF because that's not realistic. I was trying to accelerate things a little bit, but now we got MDF on MDF. We're going to drill the same thing. It's drilling all the way through the first piece, and it's just going to touch the second piece. We'll see what happens. One of the things when it comes to not just preventing fires on your CNC router, but it also is making sure your project is going to run out okay without issues like drilling with a down cutter. One of the things I've done is come up with this CNC project setup checklist that makes us stop and think about what we're doing. This is something that we run through with every project, that you should, to make sure the project is set up right and you've got the right router bits. It forces you to stop and consider. So here's what this does. When you are running a project, you usually think that the project is the most important thing. It is, but if you don't do the setup right or miss something in the setup, then you're setting yourself up for some issues. This goes way beyond just drilling with a down cutter. What we're doing is we're doing material checks. We're doing router bit checks and making sure that you set your XYZ, and you've got some other checks. All these things on this list are things that we do. And this is something I came up with because I was making a bunch of mistakes on my CNC router, breaking router bits, forgetting to set my XYZ 0. And even though this doesn't have anything to do with drilling so much, but it does have to do with safety and fire safety, right? Making sure your project is clamped down well enough so that one that caught on fire was moving around. It doesn't move around, therefore reducing the risk of fire. This checklist is available to you for free if you want it. I use it all the time now, and this will cut down on many of the accidents that you have. So if you want to get a copy of this, which I suggest you do, I'll put a link down in the description where you can download this. It's free to you. Get it, use it, it'll save you a lot of problems. All right, come on baby, burn. Here we go. Oh yeah, now we got it going on. Whew. All right, we're gonna stop that one. Okay, just in 7 holes, I'm sitting in a pool of smoke. And by the way, if I didn't say so, I got my fire extinguisher ready. If you don't have a fire extinguisher in your shop, I'm going to put a link below for this type of fire extinguisher. It's ABCD, I believe. ABC fire extinguisher. So you want to make sure you have an ABC. So we know MDF is going to catch fire. Let's take a look underneath and see what it looks like. Okay, so I've loosened everything up. Let's see what this, ooh, look at that. I can feel the heat coming off that bit. So this was a brand new bit when we started right away. It's gotten all hot. The spindle, just that little bit, I can feel the spindle is warm. Bit is not too hot. I think the heat is sinking out of it already. And, okay, so you can see some of these little burn chips in here. Okay, so clearly we started to have some heat build up here. There's smoke all up in the room right now. We're going to put on this piece of walnut. All right, so we're going to drill with the piece of walnut with a down cutter. I want this to catch on fire, so I have the piece of walnut set up. Now, this is another thing when it comes to using down cut bits as drills. It's putting a lot of force against your spindle, and that's exactly what's going to happen here because I'm using a harder wood. So I may stop this pretty quickly as well. Let's see if we can cause a fire with this one. Got my hand on the stop switch. We have fire on the first one, some heat down inside on the first 2. So I pulled this off and we actually didn't get any burn down in here, but we got the little pieces here. Let's see. There's a lot of sawdust and it's pretty tight, like packed down in the bottom of the hole because it really has no place to go except for compacted into these little holes that I've made multiple holes of now. All right, we're going to do this one more time because I want to get a fire with another piece of MDF. Let's rock and roll. All right, let's check this out. I actually didn't get fire, but I got a whole lot of smoke and I ruined my CNC router bit. If you take a look at it, it is just jet black with scorch on it. So that's the other reason why you don't want to drill with router bits and use drill bits. We're going to flip that over and see if we can, there is burn mark along here. And what I was noticing was as I was doing this, there's so much resistance on that router bit. The router bit was actually slipping in the collet, so it was getting higher and higher. I had to stop it and restart it. But we definitely have burn going on here. And let's just pick some of this out and see what's going on. Ooh, that's really packed in there. Goodness. Yep, nice and black. As you can see in this video here, this is a 1/8 diameter drill bit designed for CNC routers and is often used for cribbage board making. This is turning at 17,000 RPMs with a 70-inch per minute plunge rate. It's the 1/8 lightning bit from idcwoodcraft. Or if you want a 1/4-inch drill bit, then this is the one that you want to use. Again, it's designed to run at the high speeds. This one turns a little slower at about 12,000 RPM at a 60-inch per minute plunge rate. But you can see the difference between using a standard drill bit or down cutter and the results that you're getting. Very clean cuts. These will be linked down below in the description. So the other thing with this drilling was the router bit was actually slipping. There was so much resistance against it that over the period of running these holes out that the router bit would slowly move up further and further. I actually had to stop the program and reset my Z. So that alone just shows that there is a lot of potential for fire going on in CNC routers. Unfortunately, I couldn't cause mine to catch on fire. I really wanted to do it to show you, but as you can see in this footage, once again, that you can set yourself up in several ways to cause a fire on your CNC router, and drilling is one way, leaving the machine unattended is another to cause all kinds of problems. So you make sure, please make sure, never drill with a down cutter, never leave your machine unattended, and follow other safety practices. I'll put some information down in the description of this video just to give you some more information on fire safety with CNC routers. If this video kind of gave you an eye-opening, oh my gosh, yeah, I got to pay more attention to this, then give me a thumbs up, comment down below, especially if you've seen someone else have their machine burn up. Definitely put that out there for other viewers of this video to see that it's a real hazard. So give me a thumbs up and a comment and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, better tomorrow, and stay safe with your CNC router. idcwoodcraft.com